Hey kids, we are back again. We're getting 2 stories in 1 week. Ooh, goody. Are you ready? We are celebrating Ireland and St. Patrick's Day all this month of March. And we're going to be reading a book called The Leprechaun Who Lost His Rainbow. Okay, look at the little leprechaun with the little girl, and let's see if he finds his rainbow again. Okay? It is by Sean Callahan, illustrated by Nancy Coate. All right. I am ready for this story. And I'll try to do my Irish accent the best I can as we read certain parts. In the soft drizzle that was falling on St. Patrick's Day, Colleen wished her grandfather good luck. He gave her a piece of red licorice, her favorite candy, and then he was off to the parade to play the bagpipes. Her grandfather had told Colleen that the notes he and his bandmates played were like colors on the air, colors only your ears could see. Playing music is like building a rainbow, he said. A little man I once knew taught me that. Look at him getting ready to go to the parade, and he's giving her the licorice, right? Okay, let's find out what little man he's talking about. Okay. Her mom and dad were going to watch the parade from the window, but Colleen sat on the porch under her yellow umbrella. What if it rained so much that everyone went home and no one heard her grandfather's bagpipes? That would be a shame. His music was so beautiful and so sad it made people smile and cry at once. To pass the time, she played a song on her green penny whistle, which had a tiny shamrock printed on it. Her grandfather had brought it all the way from Ireland. It was her favorite thing in the whole world, and she never let anybody touch it. This is her playing her little whistling flute. And it's her parents watching for the parade to go by with her grandfather playing the bagpipes. And this little dog. Okay. All right. When she finished the tune, she took a bite of her licorice. Just then, a little man appeared on the top step. He was a leprechaun. I like your penny whistle, the little man said. You play very well. Colleen started to say thank you when suddenly the leprechaun jumped into the air and took the licorice stick right out of her mouth. He dropped it into his hat. Thank you, he said. I'll be needing that. And my name's not Roy G. Biv. It's just the shade of red I'm looking for. Oh my goodness, look at him. Look how he jumped and put the licorice in his hat. Oh my, why would he do such a thing? Colleen was shocked. What are you doing? She shouted. Give me my candy back. The leprechaun frowned. Your grandfather was much more helpful. You know my grandfather? Colleen asked. There's something she's talking with the leprechaun, huh? We can imagine, right? Yes, we created a rainbow together back when he was a boy, Mr. Biv explained. Colleen was puzzled. Could this be the little man her grandfather talked about? Mr. Biv looked glum. I've lost my rainbow again, and my gold is at the end of it. To be a leprechaun in good standing, I must have gold. So I need someone's help to build a rainbow. He paused. That someone is you. Colleen frowned. Leprechauns were tricky. Everyone knew that. Could Mr. Biv be telling the truth? Let me show you something, the leprechaun said. Spin around with the hat and watch what happens. She twirled around, holding the hat. Suddenly, a streak of bright red, just the color of her licorice, sprang out of the hat, hung in the air for a moment, and then disappeared. Colleen was amazed. See, Mr. Biv said, we're starting to make a rainbow. And if there's a rainbow, The sun will come out to shine on the parade. Colleen took a deep breath. What do we do? For every color, I need something that belongs to you. Something red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Colleen looked around. There was her new orange basketball. She hated to give it up, but she tossed it into Mr. Bibb's hat. Here she is tossing it. Immediately an orange streak shot up. Wow. Let's see if she could get the other colors. She gave him her yellow umbrella. Yellow curved under the orange. When her blue ribbons went in, a beautiful blue appeared. Look at that. Look how she's giving him these things to make the colors of the rainbow. They're working together, right? Next to go was her indigo headband. And finally, her favorite violet scarf. That's the end of the rainbow. Let's see what it looks like all together, right? Now there was a rainbow of colors coming out of the hat, but something was wrong. Right between the yellow and blue, there was an empty space. Colleen knew which color was missing. Yes, we need green, Mr. Bibb said, and not just any green, Colleen. It is a very hard color to find, which is why rainbows are so rare. It was raining harder. The parade goers were starting to leave. Colleen was nervous. What would the leprechaun want? You're going to have to make one more sacrifice, lass, Mr. Bibb said. I'm going to need your penny whistle with the shamrock on it. That green is the last perfect color I need for me rainbow. Colleen started to cry. No, she said, clutching her precious penny whistle. My grandfather gave it to me. But Colleen, dear, if you give me the penny whistle, and you and I can make the sun shine on this parade and on your grandfather, said Mr. Bibb pleadingly. Colleen held the penny whistle to her lips and blew the one last note. She paused and then dropped the penny whistle into the leprechaun's hat. In a flash, the rain stopped, the sun burst through the clouds, and a rainbow, complete with the most beautiful shade of green ever, spread across the sky. Oh, wow, they got the full rainbow when she sacrificed her green whistle that her grandfather had given her. I know that was very hard to do, but she did it so that the sun could come out upon the parade and everybody could be happy together. Let's see what happens next. The parade goers gazed up in wonder, and Colleen's grandfather began to play the bagpipes. The music was so beautiful and sad that people smiled and cried at once. Sometimes that happens, right? You're sad and happy at the same time. Nobody noticed that a pot of gold had appeared at the end of the rainbow, right on Colleen's front lawn. Roy G. Bibb dug his hand into the pot of gold and pulled out a flute that looked just like Colleen's penny whistle. But this wasn't a toy flute. It was a real one, made of silver, and there was a shamrock on it that looked like Colleen's. Only this one was made of emeralds. Oh, wow. Thanks for sharing with me, Mr. Bibb said as he handed Colleen the flute. With that, he and his pot of gold were gone. Look at that, how he gave her that silver flute right there. Wow, he gave her back what she sacrificed, but he gave her back much more, something better. That's beautiful. Colleen's grandfather stood in front of her. Who was that you were talking with? He asked. Roy G. Bibb, he said. He's a leprechaun. I thought I recognized him, her grandfather said. He gave me this flute, Grandpa. Ah, 'tis a nice one. Silver just like me bagpipes. What do you say we play a tune? So together they played. When Irish eyes are smiling, the colors danced on the air. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at her grandfather and her playing her little whistle flute and him playing his grand bagpipes. when Irish eyes are smiling. I want to make sure I said it right. I like the part where she gave up all her precious things to make the rainbow, to make the sun come out for other people. Sometimes we may have to give up something to help somebody else. But you know what? God will give us back more than what we ever gave away. And we'll be happy to give it away, and we'll be happy to receive more than what we gave away. All right? So remember that. Remember Roy G. Biv and his friend Colleen, that when he lost his rainbow, he found it again in her love that she shared of her things for others, for the sun to come out for them. And she got back much more than she gave away. All right? I want you to have a wonderful day. God bless you. And I will see you next week. Take care. See you soon.